The 80s gave us the greatest action heroes of all time. Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Norris, Russell, Gibson, Ford, Swayze, Dudikoff, and Kasugi, to name but a few. The 90s then paved the way to a new action hero, a more attainable male figure. Bruce Willis's John McClane springs to mind. Out of the muscular excess that was the 80s came a new action hero, one whose physical and mental prowess could not be topped, one whose reputation, whilst completely fabricated, came before him, one whose slick-back mini ponytail was in a league of its own, and one whose floppy hand-running style will forever be remembered as one of the worst to ever grace the silver screen. In 1990, this man released his second feature, Hard to Kill, and Steven Seagal cemented himself as the king of broken bones cinema and the master of the dark martial art, Bullshido. Joining me for our second trip into the mind of Seagal is Dan on the land. How are you, mate?
Oh, fuck. I wasn't ready for second up. I didn't get my shit ready, but no, very glad to be here. Didn't mind the intro. Probably 700, 800 words too long, but yes, totally agree. Can I just say, Michael Dudikoff, I know that you love your men and you're a big Clooney guy. Where does Dudikoff rate on your handsome fellas list?
Mate, he's okay. The problem is that once you've had Clooney, everyone's second best.
I've tried to watch that Jay Kelly the other night, and it lost me about maybe halfway through. Not very good. Not very good.
I think the problem now with Clooney is that he has superseded characters, and he's just George Clooney.
Well, he's just I think he always had that problem, but it's even more prevalent now. And and it's a really good cast. And Adam Sandler, I always like him when he does dramatic stuff. But sorry. If we'd tell me if it's any good, because I will not be finishing it. But yes, very good to be here. Love taking a little trip fantastique down memory lane. 1990, lots to say about the person I was then and the person I am now. Look forward to getting into it with you.
And that little chuckle there is, of course, our fifth greatest addition to the
Yes, Will the Worky.
This is number 15, I think we would figure it out. It would be. Yeah. You're nearly up to your Greek anniversary.
Oh, can't wait.
Will the Worky.
Thank you, Maddie, Daniel. I'm stoked you've invited me back into the dojo. It's a real pleasure to be here.
What do you think of the new digs?
I like them. I think they're good. I know that the viewers can't see it, but we're looking at a very fancy-looking screen in front of us.
Yeah.
And probably won't be able to take my eyes off myself all night long because it's not often I get this sort of lighting.
Yeah.
The funny thing was, Dan, was that I've spent the last hour setting up the studio and setting up the cameras because we're trying out a new 2-camera setup in the studio.
Oh, look out.
And everything is all set up, and Will just comes and moves his chair about fucking meter out of the camera. And I just looked at him and
wanted to sit closer to him. I walked in, I said, this looks good. I grabbed the chair, I shuffled it in. As soon as I sat down, I looked at him and he was staring at me. I said, I wasn't supposed to move the chair, was I? And he was like, no, you fuckwit.
No fuckwit.
Put it back. I've been in the industry for a while, and generally, when things have their place, a bit of gaffer tape sits on the carpet.
Well, this is true, too. You're not wrong. You're not wrong there, Will.
It's not a snare drum, mate.
Well, it wouldn't go astray, okay?
We are, of course, born to watch the movie podcast where we don't take ourselves or the movies too seriously unless it is the Snorbs Report, which, with Damo missing, we're having a week off. And after last week's Diane Lane Snorbathon, we need it.
I didn't catch that episode. Yeah, did he? Yeah.
Damo got writer's cramps, so he needs a week off.
Good looking lady, gorgeous right woman. There. Yeah,
gorgeous woman. 1990 movie, gents, overs and unders. 36 years old. For Dan and I, this is peak We're almost at our peak. Dan isn't. This is the first iteration of Dan, and he's sort of sliding into Fat Morg's territory around the 90s. He's probably not there yet, but he's showing shades of it.
Yeah, I was definitely skinny fat. There wasn't a lot of definition in my rig, that's for sure. But 1990, I mean, this was video. We didn't know what else to do except hit the video store on a Friday night, and usually Steven Seagal would be coming home with us, Whitey.
Yeah, we watched a lot. And the funny, when I was doing the numbers for this, I thought, where does this sit? God, we would have watched a lot of this in that 90 to 96 realm. A lot of Seagal. He was big, real big.
Yeah.
Will, I'm going to start with you.
Yep.
I've set it at 7 to be sort of conservative. I'm not sure where you're going to sit there. Do you remember the first time you saw it? And overs and under 7.
You know what? It's one of those movies. I know I've taken a little bit of a deep dive into my dad's own pursuits with the arts.
Yes,
and
of course.
By the
We
arts,
definitely need more of that. The audience and I need much more of that in this episode, please.
One of the great stories that you told us about the samurai swords and
the backyard nunchucks.
Oh, the nunchucks, that's it. Unbelievable.
Anyway, Seagal was on rotation in the house quite a bit. It was like background music. Some people had radios. We had Seagal.
Yeah, of course.
So Hard to Kill had a bit of rotation going. Now, I reckon I'm sitting at about 6 full goes through.
Okay.
So just unders.
That's all right.
solid.
Well, that's good.
Solid.
That's a good effort.
Solid.
Good effort. Dan, what about you? Same question?
I'd be overs. I have not seen it for 30 years. Don't know. It's been a very long time. But back in 1990. Now, Will, you haven't known Whitey and I that long. But
No, thankfully.
I wasn't the suave, cool cunt that you know. Back in 90. No, I'm comfortable with who I was and who I am now. I'm really fucking cool now. But back in 90.
Dan, I actually think you're more comfortable with who you are now than who you were then.
No, that's right. Sorry, that was what I meant. That was what I meant.
Great.
1990, yeah. I was a bit like Don Cheadle in Boogie Nights. I was trying out all my shit, was seeing what stuck. Whitey and I were both massive basketball nerds in 1990. That was kind of our thing. Yeah.
Peak of basketball.
It was peak
peak
basketball. Jordan,
peak basketball
Jordan.
nerds.
Peak basketball,
It was my first foray into musical theatre was 1990. So I definitely decided wanted to try treading the boards with Sweet Charity. I was a background player. Certainly not a leading light like Matthew became not long after in The Sound of Music. Yeah. I wasn't exactly crushing it with the ladies. It's fair to say, Whitey. I think that.
You're a sleeper, though. You're a sleeper.
yeah. I mean, I come good.
The thing is that you had that very hairy mid-digital hair.
Yes, I mean, I had that early.
Girls might have been a little bit afraid to be fingered by you, not knowing what they'd get.
Well, Robin Williams wasn't a massive sex symbol at the time, and that's who I was taking over with my MIDI digital hair. But yeah, 1990 was interesting. It was definitely a growth year. But Civic Video in DY, Friday night, you would find Messrs. Morgan and White there selecting from, and we would always get, it'd be American Ninja, it would be a Seagal classic, it would always be an action flick. We weren't the art house fanatics that we are now today. We were smack bang in the middle of it was Chuck Norris, it was Bruce Willis, it was Stallone, it was Schwarzenegger, that was our meat and potatoes. Like our rooting, we knew our place, and it was straight down the line, just giving it all with the 7.
Yeah, I think that you're right, Dan. We did watch a lot of movies many times. We didn't have a huge breadth to our choices. We sort of knew what we wanted, and we just kept going back to it. Similar to Gow.
Yeah,
like Gow knows what he does well.
He's got a repertoire.
He does,
and he just files through it
on the top and on the bottom. And quite fast.
Yeah, right.
That's Gow's repertoire. And only on Sundays between the hours of about 4 and 6. So
and he's not licking the minge.
No, I don't think there's not a lot of mouth to minge. There's not a lot of mouth to minge. Okay, I'm overs. But again, I'm a bit like Dan. I've not seen Hard to Kill, for a long time. And when we did Nico, it was the same. I'd not seen Nico for a long time either, and had massively fond memories of Seagal because the bone breaking is great memories.
Yeah.
And I think that we all
loved Seagal movies. Loved them.
Mate, this Nico.
When Nico came out, we were frothing so hard when Nico Above the Law came out.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my God, who is this new guy? Everything about him is awesome.
Yeah. But, mate, it's a good run. Like Nico, Hard to Kill, Out for Justice, Under Siege.
Under Siege may still hold up. May still hold up. Yeah.
No, Under Siege does hold up. I watched it about, I reckon 2 years ago. It's got Tommy Lee Jones in it.
Tommy Lee Jones.
It's got, oh, God. It's got, Point Break. What's his name?
What?
The guy in Point Break.
Swayze.
No.
Friggin'
No, with Johnny Utah. Get me two.
Oh,
the psychopath.
Gary Busey.
Yes.
Oh, Gary Busey.
It's got Busey in it.
It's got Busey in
Yeah.
it.
Geez, that took longer than it should have.
It should have, yeah. Big teeth.
Big teeth. And yeah, so it's got Busey in it. It's got Colin Meaney in it. It's got a super cast. It's got one of the best out of cake entrances in the history for America Liniak.
I do remember that one.
It's a great movie, and Under Siege really does hold up. So I've got such great memories, and I'm really killing the memory of Seagal by going back and watching these movies in the 2020s.
Look, back in the day, though, everything up to that point, right? Yeah, the examples you had were just basically like rock'em sock'em robots. They just going in and blowing the joint up. You got
that's it.
Closest thing you would have had was Chuck Norris, and he was just sidekicking in super tight jeans. And
do you know what's funny though is that, like, we've done movies like Commando, Total Recall. Morgs and I did Running Man. They sort of still hold up.
Yeah,
like they're still watchable. That you can have a laugh with them. He just doesn't make very good movies, Seagal.
No.
And I think when it comes down to it, I don't know whether it's the charisma of Schwarzenegger, say, versus the actual love affair that Seagal has with himself that kills it.
Yeah, I don't think Schwarzenegger actually believed he was an agent on Mars.
No, right. And I think you're right.
And I think that's the
I
think you're right.
Give them the air.
The air. But look, I'm well overs. I'd be over 20 comfortably. But again, like Morgs, I've not seen this for 20 years.
Yeah.
Easily 20 years. I got a really good synopsis here of the movie, and this is where Gow shines. But listen to this. Who do you think this was written by? The Eastwood Norris Bronson of the 90s. A pleasant surprise. That's from a USA Today critic, right? I don't know what they paid her for that, but they paid. So here we go. A corrupt California politician and his hitmen have gunned down Los Angeles detective Mason Storm and left him for dead. But they'll find out the hard way. Storm is hard to kill. Steven Seagal is the suavest inheritor of the action film mantle. Unfucking believable.
That's so untrue.
In this thriller, twice as popular at the box office as his debut film, Above the Law. For 7 years, Storm's been hidden away in a coma care unit. Now he's awake with one goal: revenge. Helped by a devoted nurse, he prepares for the fight ahead. He hones his shooting prowess, renews his considerable martial arts expertise, and taps into Oriental healing arts to regain his strength. Then he unleashes his skills with full fury. Seagal also reveals another talent, combining the cutting down of bad guys with cuttingly funny one-liners. Hard to kill is hard to beat excitement.
It's hard to believe.
Wow.
Can you believe that synopsis?
It's ridiculous. What was the one with what was it? Humorous one-liners.
Yeah. No. So Seagal also reveals another talent, combining the cutting down of bad guys with cuttingly funny one-liners.
Nah.
My personal favorite, he hones his shooting prowess, renews his considerable martial arts expertise. Fuck a duck.
It's crazy shit.
It is crazy shit.
I feel like, here's the thing. In 1993, when you were deep in watching it, it's been released for 3 years. You still love the guy and you love his movies, right? You haven't found out how delusional he is.
No, that's it. We're behind the veil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now that you know, he's batshit crazy. And you look back at all the movies, you're like, oh, it makes complete sense. Like it was all there for us.
It was right in front of us.
Yeah, it was right in front of us the whole time.
The thing you need to look at, people, is just go and have a look at all the covers of all his movies, and he's got the same expression. It could be the same photo they've used for all his movies. He's just got that very serious, self-reflecting, ominous stare into the camera. It's horrendous.
I don't want to jump the gun, but did you see the face he was pulling just trying to put a tape in his radio in the car?
Mate, did you see the face he pulls when Andy dresses up and comes into the dojo to fuck him? He looks at her with complete disdain. He's just oh, so you want to fuck me, do you?
Yeah, absolute contempt.
Mate, he's a strange human being. Anyway, strap yourselves in. This could be one of the best trailers we've ever seen.
Steven Seagal is Mason Storm, a cop working undercover until his cover was blown.
Take that to the bank.
The blood bank.
Oh, man.
Just a terrible trailer.
Yeah.
Terrible movie. But we've got a lot to unpack. Okay. Critical thinking. Surprisingly, IMDb rates this 5.8 out of 10.
Wow.
33% on the tomato meter and 47% on the popcorn meter and 0% on the cryometer.
Yeah.
Not a tear shed.
Yep.
IMDb equals, so 5.8. We have done one movie that rates 5.8 on IMDb. Cobra.
Ooh.
And we can draw some parallels. Between the movies. We really could. There's also only one other movie that rates 33% on Rotten Tomatoes. And it's another Stallone. Rambo, First Blood Part 2.
Oh.
Wow.
Now, I've got to say, I'd watch both those movies before I'd watch Hard to Kill again. And I said it when we did Cobra. When we did Cobra, I think there's a good movie in there. I wish they'd pick it up and do a director's cut. And I don't mind Rambo Part 2. It's just
Same. No,
I think it was all right.
yeah.
I enjoyed watching it again. I really did. This should not be on the same level.
Nah, even as low as it's rated, I was surprised. I thought it's rated too high.
It's still rated too high.
Way too high.
Mate, we did Perfect Storm last week, and it was on Rotten Tomatoes was not rated too much higher than what this is rated.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Couple of reviews here. I'm going to do the bad review first in honor of G-Man. Andrew Saris, a video review. The choreography of violence is competent enough to satisfy the more violence-addicted sector of the video public. For even a modicum of redeeming charm, wit, or humor, however, Seagal is clearly no Schwarzenegger.
He knew from the start.
He knew.
This guy.
He knew at the start.
He could see through it.
So then a good review, Brian Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful's brother, Blu-ray.com. It's a highly amusing motion picture with a distinct 80s action feel, matched perfectly to Seagal's limitations as an actor and his endearing way with limb snappings. And the only reason I wanted that review, there was about 8 reviews for this movie. And I like that because I like the limb snapping. There's not enough limb snapping in movies.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely tells you that there's something wrong with the guy doing it. Like, you're not just out for justice. You're out for more than justice.
you're
you have a little bit of
taking it all back.
Yeah.
You got a real violent streak running through you.
Yeah, I mean, it probably doesn't. I'd have to ask Gal. I couldn't answer this on my own sort of knowledge base, but I'd have to ask Gal. But I would assume that a master of whatever that, like Aikido,
Bullshido, yes.
Yeah, and all of the Adidos that he's doing. Taking a man to the point of snapping is all that's required. By that stage, they've already submitted.
Yeah.
But he likes to.
Yeah, he's got a mean streak.
He likes to push it past that point.
A mean streak.
Yeah,
he does. Okay, ordinary people. Now, this is a cast of just really complete nuffies. We've got Steven Seagal and really William Sadler, who plays Vernon Trent, who we've seen in Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah,
Bill and Ted's, who is a good actor.
Yeah,
I think he's a good actor. I think he has nothing to do in this movie. And if we talk about some extra scenes, why is he a bad politician? What's his motive? There's just nothing.
No.
He's in bed with the mob, but why is he in bed with the mob? Sometimes we talk about movies with too much exposition, but this is a movie with zero exposition. We don't know the motives for anything.
I think in Steven's simple mind, politicians.
Yeah, politicians.
Corrupt.
Mate, but look, Seagal, and there's really only two people I'm going to talk about. We'll talk about William Sadler, who we've really just talked about, whose Vernon Trent gets one of the worst catchphrases ever, which gets said, I reckon, at least 8 or 9 times throughout the movie, and no one picks up that the guy who says it in the surveillance tape is Vernon Trent, and he's saying it in every speech that he does.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's just mental. It's truly mental.
Yeah.
And then Seagal, I think if we're going back in the time machine, like we said, from 90 to 96, Seagal's a golden god.
Yeah.
Right? He is the future of action cinema. He's the guy. Him and John Claude are facing off as the heirs to the Schwarzenegger Stallone sort of throne. Little did we know that both of them are as crazy as each other.
Yeah.
They really are. So, a question, Dan, for you. Seagal or Van Damme? If you have to watch someone's filmography, that's all you could watch. Who are you picking?
Wow. That's a very tough question.
Let me, mate. So with Van Damme, we've got Bloodsport. We've got Death Warrant, where he's in the prison, where he does his own version of Stallone's Lockup. We've got Wrong Bet. We've got Sudden Death. We've got Legionnaire. We've got Nowhere to Run. We've got Double Impact. A lot of them are really shit. We got the sneaky
Cyborg?
one.
Is it Cyborg? Is that one of them? Yep.
Cyborg. The sneaky one that we often forget is a Van Damme movie, Universal Soldier.
Yeah. No, very
Right?
true.
Right? Now, when we flip that and we look at Seagal, we've been through his filmography earlier. It's pretty strong. The first 6-7 movies are pretty strong. I think up to Glimmer Man is when he starts to become a bit chubby Seagal and he starts to go off.
Yeah, yeah.
But so who are you watching? Who are you picking?
It's such a tough question, and I have a theory about why we loved the Seagal films back in the day. I think that he thinks very much like a 14-year-old boy or a 15-year-old boy, in that just if you break down his characters and the absolute pinpoint for me is in his sex scenes. So Kelly LeBrock is his wife in real life. It wasn't a long marriage, but they were married. They're
married 9 years though.
Oh, I beg your pardon. It was it was significant. The sex scene they have, it's like he is a 14-year-old boy who has come across a lady for the first time.
It's weird
Some
science.
of it's his moves, his aggressive can grabbing.
Yeah.
Like it's why we thought he was a legend in 1990 and why we think he's creepy as fuck in 2026, just because it's all wrong. It's his idealized version of what you think you're meant to do with a lady when if you're lucky enough to get one who wants to undress anywhere near you. And I think that the appeal of these movies is very much in that time and why they were so big to us. And I look over at JCVDs, and I know we've done Bloodsport, and I know it didn't rate massively highly when we did it, but I feel like I could watch that again. I could watch Cyborg again. I could watch Universal Soldier again before I would be forced to watch Nico and potentially other films in the oeuvre and of Mr. Steven Seagal. So yeah, I'm going to go with JCVD.
Will?
I was going to say the same. JCVD, kickboxer.
Oh yeah, and the thing is, I agree. I think it's JCVD, and for me, it's Bloodsport alone. As much as we ripped into that movie, it is so rewatchable.
Yeah, it
is so much fun.
There's fun characters.
Yeah.
It's like watching. It's like bloody Big Trouble in Little China and seeing all the different martial arts characters. Right? You're like, as a kid, it's super entertaining.
Yeah, and so I think JCVD wins.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
but I was going to say, as you get older, you actually appreciate. I think JCVD knows how to take the piss out of himself
Now.
Yeah.
And that's where Seagal has never gotten to.
Never.
There's actually a TV series that JCVD has done where he is playing himself, and he's like a spy. I forget what it is. I started to watch it, and it's really fucking good.
Yeah, right.
And he thinks he's getting hired to act in this movie, but he's a retired spy, and he's coming back, and he's sort of really taken the piss out of himself. He's playing himself.
Yeah.
And it's really funny. Seagal never got there. Seagal takes himself far too seriously, and I reckon he's the kind of guy that if you sort of made a bit of a joke about him, he's trying to break your forearm.
100%.
Yeah.
He's incapable of any kind of
self-loathing.
Yeah.
There's no self-loathing.
No.
Like there's nothing at all. He's
in the Kool-Aid on himself.
He loves himself to death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Hard to Kill debuted at number 1 in the US box office.
Crazy.
It was big.
With an opening weekend of 9.2 million, the biggest 3-day February opening at the time.
Wowzers. And this is only this is his second film, right?
This is his second film.
Yeah.
Running hot, man.
So it eventually did 75 million worldwide.
It did good.
It did well, did really well. Cost 11.5 million to make. I'm not seeing where that 11.5 million's gone, but
There's a lot of cabinets got smashed up.
a lot of cabinets. What about him rocking into the house, his old house, and just ripping the stuff off the wall?
I've got that in my.
Oh, it's just unbelievable.
It's not even his house anymore.
No, it's
some old.
just so good.
It's some pregnant lady's house.
Yep.
And he's wrecking it.
Yeah, it's so
And
funny.
has a fucking audacity to blame it on a tradesman.
Yeah. Oh, your tradesman, your plumber. It's probably the plumber's.
Yeah, your plumber's shit.
Your plumber's
That's
shit.
why it fell over.
Yeah, get WPH in.
That was a low moment for me. That one. That one hurts, Stephen.
1990 hit sleeper dud. Now it was a take a pick this
True,
week. You got
yeah.
the pick, so I'm going to start with you, Worky. What do you got?
Yeah, my hit for 1990, and it's age appropriate. Obviously, I was how old in 1990? I was
5.
Yeah, I was 5. I was in kindergarten. No, yeah, I was in kindergarten in 1990. Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
Bloody good movie.
Watched it about
Great movie.
Watched it about 4 weeks ago. Isabel loves it. It's a great movie.
It's got great one-liners.
Yeah.
It's actually got a story to it. There's a bit of a character. There's a real character arc for old Arnie in it.
And
He's
again,
very watchable. It's a
Mate,
great. He's very good.
He's charismatic.
Yeah.
He can take the piss out of himself
Yeah.
from the
Completely.
start. Right? If you even go back all the way to Conan,
Yeah.
like sluts,
Yeah.
punching the donkey, punching the camel. Like he can take the piss out of
Yes,
himself.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's, and you know, he's this is what Seagal doesn't have. He just doesn't have
I
that.
I thought to myself, you got that. You know the little old principal lady in that movie?
Yes,
That
she's
classic
amazing.
old actress.
She's
Could you
amazing.
imagine Steven Seagal ever like acting as though he's afraid of her?
Yep.
Oh,
Because
that's it.
Arnie was like,
Or acting like he's afraid of the kids.
yes,
Like
yeah.
there's
They're
no way Seagal-
horrible.
Yeah, he would never do that. He would never leave the schoolyard without he'd kick someone's
He'd
face
just-
in
He'd
first.
just be putting
Yeah.
his feet through
Yeah.
every one of their little
Yeah,
faces.
and
just
so it's
breaking wrists.
good call. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's 100% stands up
Yeah,
today. It's
yeah.
still great.
Yeah.
Dan, what do you got?
1990, I feel like we've done quite a few flicks from
We have we've done
1990.
like 11 or 12.
Yeah, but Air America was one that popped out at me. Mel Gibson, Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr.'s redemption. Mel Gibson plucked him out of jail, basically, to come and do this flick. Very likable. Before we knew much about Mel Gibson, so we were liking him as well. Entirely rewatchable. Really good flick. Air America, kids.
I think it's harsh. Look, Downey Jr. is what a place. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. You're a massive drug addict, so I'm going to take you out of jail and take you to Southeast Asia to play a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Right? And I tell you what, they look like they're having the time of their lives.
Having a
in that
great
movie.
time. Great
It-
time. They're both
the-
super handsome, just loving it in the jungle. Yeah, really good flick.
It's really sad, and it's really sad what happened to Mel because fuck, he was he had it all.
Yeah.
Mel had it all, and I've got to say, I still love his movies.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
his movies are still I'm not sure about the shit he's making now.
I
but
can't
pre-
tell. I haven't seen a Mel-made flick in God. I couldn't tell you the last one I looked at.
Yeah.
Probably Payback or something like that was the last one I watched of his.
I think
I
the
don't
last I think the last good one he made might have been like Edge of Darkness, which was a remake of a BBC TV series, which is great.
Yeah.
It's got
vaguely.
that Aussie bird in it, Bojana Novakovic or whatever from Looking for Ella Brandy. Is that what she's in?
Oh yeah,
and-
yeah.
I only
Great
remember
flick.
Pia Miranda from that show.
Oh, Pia
Yeah.
Miranda's in that.
Kick
She's
Gurry.
Kick Gurry. Kick Gurry. That's one of Morgs.
Right.
Morgs thinks he thought he was a bit of a Kick Gurry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at in 1990 Morgs. He was a fuckwit.
He
There
was
was
a fuck.
Bert Newton's son was in that too, wasn't he?
He was. Yeah, he was a
He turned out to be
Didn't
not a very nice bloke.
Yeah, I reckon,
horrible cunt.
God,
Yeah.
horrible bloke.
hey?
Yeah.
Just
Messed up
silver
dude.
spoon. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Take the good, you
100%.
take the bad, you take them all, and there you have facts of life. Why am I singing that song? I was
I
picturing,
don't know.
I
'cause you're a
was picturing,
dickhead.
I was picturing Ricky
You're
Schroeder
picturing
and singing the Facts of Life song.
Unreal.
Okay, now the movie I've picked, Memphis Belle.
Oh yeah, good flick. Yeah, John
Memphis
Goodman.
Listen to this cast:
Yeah,
Matthew Modine,
yeah.
Eric Stoltz, Tate Donovan, Sean Astin, Billy Zane, Harry Connick Jr., Courtney Gaines, John Lithgow, David Strathern.
Wow.
Bloody hell.
Ensemble.
Crime
incredible
meter would be
cast.
off the charts for that for you.
About the B-17 bomber, Memphis Belle in World War II,
Yeah.
mission over Germany. It's a really good movie.
Good
really
movie.
good movie. Yep,
What do you think of Harry Connick as an actor?
I like him.
Good.
Yeah, it's,
Me
it's kind
too.
of funny that he didn't really.
He
breach
sort of
his-
they tried to make him happen. He was in Copycat with
Independence
Sigourney Weaver.
Day. He was.
He's in
He
Independence
was
Day.
Will
He's in
Smith's Offsider.
he's-
Yeah.
it's like Hope Floats or something like that with
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock or something like
Hmm.
one of those ones.
They did. They
They
gave
tried-
him a go. They
They
did.
gave him a go.
Hmm.
And you know what? I think the problem is he's not leading man. He's sort of third, fourth, come in, charm, bit of
Yeah.
charm.
Yeah,
Uh,
he had everything, but not quite as much as Matthew McConaughey, who then took over all
Yeah.
of those roles.
yeah, correct.
Yeah. He definitely got
He can
corrected
sing.
by him.
he can freaking.
Oh,
play.
he's had a very big comeback though in the meme space lately with that excellent fart that sounds like the guitar part.
Wicked game. The wicked game part.
How good is that?
It's amazing.
Oh, yeah, you might know, Will, but Gow is the world's preeminent farter, and back in the day, he could have done that. He was known for 12 seconds, 3 octaves, no problem, right?
Did he
Absolutely.
like elite
Yeah.
rectal control?
Oh,
Knew how to
the
pull a
best
tongue?
Clutch control like you wouldn't believe. Like he could just.
He would have so that one where it's like the start of that meme where it's like the like Gow would be able to still go
Yeah, come
Then
back.
in the background, do the so like that's the control that this guy has.
I'm convinced he could circular breathe out his arsehole like a didgeridoo player. He was that good.
Yeah,
You
God.
sound like you're about to crack into the last post there for a second.
Yeah.
90s Gow was, I can't, like, the shit gun that you see sometimes, Will, like, he's nothing like the absolute 10 smashing, handsome, amazing farter, great bloke. Like,
Mate,
Gow had it all in the 90s, had it all.
It was, it sounds like he was a top bloke.
Whitney
though.
used to say,
He's actually, wow. He's not a bad bloke now.
he's all right now. He's all right.
He doesn't.
He's-
he just doesn't
he's
have
pretty-
that
he's pretty
rough
shit.
edge on him that I
No.
Life's gotten
Yeah.
to him. Life's gotten to him.
It was rounded the edges off.
Yeah,
It rounds all of our
does.
edges off.
Does round.
He was never seen without a 10 on his arm though. Like I shit you not, there was never a deviation. And even when he pants them and just gave them the straight down the line, like he never deviated. He's a meat and potatoes rooter. They still loved him. Like they're like, oh, they were bored, but they weren't like, I don't know. It was weird.
Hey,
They couldn't take enough.
every
They
good
couldn't-
woman loves rudimentary behaviour out of the
That's
man.
right. I
They
think
do.
you're right. I think
They
you're
do.
right.
It's dependable.
Fucking hell. Well, they definitely know what they're going to get.
Yes, that's right. They want predictability.
They know what they're going to get. They know what they're gonna get. All right, gentlemen. Question time. Now, I've got quite a few questions here.
Excellent.
Is Mason Storm's surveillance kit one of the most state-of-the-art pieces of tech in action movie history?
For 1983, I'm thinking it was fairly high tech.
I actually almost started Googling what were video cameras like in 1990.
Yeah, they did not look like. No, well, that was 7 years earlier. So it was, and I remember the
That's
first.
supposed to be
Yeah.
83,
Supposed to be
but still.
83.
So
Yeah.
the first video cameras that we saw, probably in the mid 80s, I guess maybe later 80s, they were enormous. They looked like someone from Channel 9 coming down to shoot you. That was your
What's
that,
Marty
that was your
McFly?
home setup. It was. They were
Yeah.
enormous. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Super 8 cameras. You're right.
Yeah.
But no, I think it was pretty high tech for 1983. His
Okay.
setup. Yeah.
All right, I like it. I like it. Okay? If the meeting on the dock is so secret, right, and the information is so powerful, why is he telling his partner about it over the phone? For one, which I thought was odd. Shouldn't go and meet him in person. And surely in a police station, you can't just pick up another phone and listen to the other talk.
Yeah.
couple of 80s tropes there, definitely. So first up, the dark, secluded, not so private place for the meeting with the the mafia, and yes, I think there would be some rules against just listening in on people's calls in a police station, but other than that, it checks out.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so then is everyone except Storm, his partner, and O'Malley crooked in this police department? Every other cop, all the hitmen are cops.
Everyone's having a drink. It's like King's Cross in the early 80s. It's everyone's getting a taste.
It's unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
How doesn't Seagal know that some of these guys are fucking crooked? He's supposed to be
what-
super cop.
But
I don't know.
what are they crooked? We don't know what they're crooked about. Just that they're crooked. We're not exactly sure what their motivation is.
Yeah,
Yes.
so weird. Now,
Very
Morgs,
weird.
you've already touched on this, but what are your thoughts on waistcoats to work?
Yeah, I've had to wear them. I think you may have as well, Whitey. But I've dead set worn. I wore that waistcoat in about 1993 at Manly Leagues Club as my daily attire. So I understand, but never once did I break it out on my way down to Manly to try and peel a weak one from the herd, a la Fanderpants style. It was put safely back in my locker, unlike Mason Storm.
Now, Morgs, while you were wearing that waistcoat, were you putting 2-litre bottles of Jim Beam down your pants and taking them home?
It's fair to say, I think I'm fine now. I don't think I'm going to be arrested, but I did liberate thousands of dollars
drank
worth of piss from
quite
that
a
place.
lot of piss.
Oh my God.
care of the Manly Leagues Club.
We-
And
we-
the other good thing that Morgs did one night was that Midnight Oil were playing, and we didn't have tickets; it was sold out. So Morgs took us up the staff stairs through the bar. So it's like four of us walking behind the bar in the auditorium at the Leagues Club to see Midnight Oil play. Problem was that everyone got a stamp to get out and back into the thing, so we couldn't get out to the toilet. So it was quite often that we would go behind the massive burgundy curtains and be pissing on the wall in the Leagues Club.
Oh, what a great! And Will, the best part about that is, do you know how much video evidence there is of this? Zero. Zero, because there were no phones, and you got to get up to amazing shit and then recount it in 2026 after the statute of limitations. And it was awesome. And it wasn't just the Leagues Club. We had people plotted in every RSL Leagues Club around the northern beaches. What a time to be alive! Sucked in, kids. Fucking sucked in.
Okay, now can someone explain to me why there's a red light in the Storm House when all the lights are off?
It's because in Steven Seagal's mind, right, romance equals red lights.
Okay.
Because he's probably done
You're
it.
so right. You're so right.
So when he's getting to the top of the thing and he's going to
But it's dark at the top of the stairs, and then he gets to his bedroom, and the lights are up in the hallway. I'm like, I could not quite get the geography of this movie.
No.
The doc had very weird geography. He sort of runs out down the street, but they can't see him. Like, everything was very quite odd. The red light was like, what the fuck is this for?
I don't know how much the director spoke about the color palette he chose for the film. I don't know that there was a lot of in-depth discussion about some of the lens choices, about some of the colors, but the opening scene where there is just random smoke coming out of nowhere with the slick road and the sort of noir setup. I'm like, could you have any more tropes just bashed into the frame, jammed into it? I was like, what the fuck is going on? They're just a little schizophrenic with what they're trying to give us. But yeah, that light, who fucking knows what was going on?
Will, this is for you, being a plumber and someone with the innate thoughts around human anatomy.
Sure, yeah. I've given it lots of thought.
How many times can you get shot by a shotgun and not die?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he gets shot 6 times.
Yeah, generally at that sort of distance, and we're talking across a standard size room, right?
I reckon the guy's 4 meters away, maybe
at most,
3 to 4 meters.
He's lying down in a bed. You've got a spread angle of your pellets. You're talking a cover area at over that distance of about maybe 200 mil.
Yep.
There is mathematically zero chance of surviving.
That's what I wanted to hear.
One shot of it, let alone 6.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't think a coma is going to be the result of getting shot 6 times.
It only
In the
took
gut,
one
in the
shot to kill
guts.
his wife.
Awesome.
Well, he put himself in a coma. It was a healing oriental coma.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. How does his kid jump out of a 2nd-story building and survive?
Because he's Mason Storm's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No worries. And again, we've asked this question already, but how does Mason and also O'Malley not recognise Vernon Trent's voice and catchphrase at all ever throughout the movie?
Oh my God. You know, my pet hate is when directors treat us with absolute disdain and just think that we have no brains in our head. This is probably the best example of just an overuse of the recurring fucking tagline. So if they did it twice, it would have been enough. Once and then again, that would have been fine. And that may have given Mason Storm a legitimate reason not to recognize the voice. But when he says it every fucking 5 minutes, it's like, come on, guys.
During the meet-up with the Calabrese boss, it could have been at that moment when he was about to say the catchphrase, you can take that, and then he gets distracted by something.
Totally.
that would have been more
It would have
interesting.
been sufficient and more
But
interesting.
not only
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
but then, I don't know if you guys recognise, but when he dies and Vernon Trent does the press conference, he goes, "Oh, Mason Storm, he and I worked very closely together on many cases." How does Mason not know that's him at the fucking dock?
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, what possesses Andy to cut that terrible goatee?
I mean, her entire character, it's
one of the most heinous characters in cinema.
Ridiculous. And Kelly LeBrock she was charming in Weird Science. She was,
Yes.
She held the camera. We loved her. I know that you guys did that movie, and I don't think it held up, but I thought was a good part of that from memory.
No, she's a good part of that movie.
I think what you're seeing is a woman in a movie under duress. In real life.
I agree.
This is the last.
She doesn't know how to act.
This could be the last movie she does.
I think it is.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure she was like, I'm done with acting, but Steven Seagal might break my arm if I don't come back and do this one.
Ooh, it does have that vibe. I tend to agree. Yeah.
So Andy is obsessed by Mason.
Yeah.
Like in the hospital, like it's JD, she calls him.
Yeah.
She's in love with him. There's no doubt. And I don't know how that happens. Just by staring at his cock, which we'll get to a bit later. But how does she miss him having the twitching to wake up? And she's just sitting at the desk and all these noises are happening and you'd think shit would be going off and he's having a sort of a fit to come back to life and she just doesn't even realise.
She's not a very good nurse. She's a very poor nurse.
Because the nurse before says is that Heather or whoever her name is, the one that gets killed.
Meredith
or whatever her name is. He moved his head today. So aren't you on high alert that day?
Yeah.
Yet he's having an epileptic fit to wake up and you're like, I'll just keep going along with my day.
Yeah, that's right. And then Steven Seagal's attempt at some sort of like subliminal messaging in his movies, because he's a very clever man, is for his nurse to say, "Would you like a little pussy?"
Oh my God.
And then pulls out a kidney.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
And that's what pulled him out of his 7-year coma.
God. It's unbelievable. So we're just going to stick on Andy here because she's an idiot. Why does she feed Mason for his first meal rice with chopsticks? He's 1 day out of a 7-year coma and she's feeding him and giving him chopsticks to eat the rice.
The only explanation. Right. Sorry, you go, Will. Yeah, I bet we have the same explanation.
Right now. If I sleep on my hand, right, for 20 minutes, I have the dexterity of a man with very, very advanced spina bifida. All right? Okay?
Yeah.
If you've been in a coma
mate,
for 7 years, you're not going to be able to do anything for a good while.
But how good must have that masseuse been?
Yeah.
The therapist.
I actually liked the massage. I thought he was a
he
cool
must
guy.
have. He had one massage and suddenly Mason's pushing himself through the hallway.
Yeah, that's right.
Mate, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I just know that was a note from Steven Seagal saying, look, I think Mason would be wanting to show off how good he can use his chopsticks because he spent so much time in the Orient.
Yes.
Let's try this, director. And the director going, sure, let's give it a go, Steven.
Yeah.
Great idea. Yeah, ridiculous.
So towards the end of the movie, Seagal changes into his stock standard blue jeans, black jacket. Has anyone ever worn tight blue jeans worse? I have never seen more cock and balls in a pair of male jeans than what I saw in that movie.
They were really tight around the thighs and then quite roomy down below the thigh section. Yeah. I picked up the same thing and just went, well, I probably owned a pair back in that time, but yeah, I
saw quite a bit of your cock and balls in some bad jeans, Morgs.
No, Ant-Man, good friend of the podcast, I mean, he is world-renowned for wearing the worst jeans on the planet. He definitely had a pair of those up until recently.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. So, getting there, 2 questions to go. O'Malley's mum at the old folks' home, and she's in a wheelchair. She can't really get around. So they're surveilling her outside with the sound directional mic.
Yeah.
And it's the only way she gives away where they are by her talking to herself about 23 Old Coach Road, Reedy Creek.
Yes.
That's where Mason Storm is. They didn't tap the phone.
No, I mean, this is after all that palaver with old mate. He's just woken up from the coma and he's going hanging up on Nurse Becky, whatever her name
Fucking
is,
hell.
because he's afraid of phone taps.
Yeah.
He's afraid of all of it. Nah, but they because she likes to dictate to herself.
Unbelievable. Okay, last question. Why does Vernon Trent's home have ancient Egyptian artifacts with museum ropes around them?
It very strange choice. Again, it's so hard to understand his motivation for anything. But yeah, what I didn't get if it was that just to show that he's filthy rich. I didn't understand it at all. But no, I agreed. His house was very, very, very difficult to comprehend.
Yeah. Just over the top. I'm a baddie.
Yeah.
I'm a bad politician with
Yeah.
heaps of money.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah.
I've walked into a house. Actually, I could probably say it now these days. Maybe statute of limitations, but
Yeah.
I did a couple of jobs at the Candyman's place.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Okay. I'm aware of him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I knew what I was getting myself into when I drove down that driveway. I went, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And it had the same feel to it. It
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
schizophrenic approach.
Yeah.
Like, wealth. They call it gaudy. It's just
Gauche was the term I was thinking of, but yes.
It does,
Yeah.
and you know what I reckon it is? I reckon it's new money.
yeah, it's
Right?
just
So I
this-
reckon it's new money. Look at me. Look how good I'm going.
Yeah.
Mm.
it was just over the top. Everything you look
Yeah.
like, you're just looking around, just going, "Fuck this! This is
What's
just
going
absurd.
on?"
What's going on here?" All
Yeah.
the mirrors, mate. And then big statues. Anyway, it was just it made you feel uneasy, and I don't feel uneasy often.
No, I'm
Did
with
you
you.
leave a top decker in his toilet? Statute of limitations may not be over for that, but
Right, yeah, I'm gonna give
definitely deserved a top deck
7
in the
years
ensuite.
industry.
Could you just explain to our overseas listeners what a top deck is, please, Matthew? Because it's worth explaining.
Okay, well, a top deck is where you take the lid off the cistern and you take a shit in the cistern so that when they flush the toilet, shit runs from the cistern into the bowl. It's horrible. It is a horrible form of revenge.
Yeah, that's a terrible approach. For revenge.
Excellent.
The other one
Excellent.
is to, I don't know what, is it a reverse Kanga where you sit backwards on the toilet and you shit down the front of the bowl where the water can't get rid of it?
That's a bit more intriguing because the object is there's skitties down the front of the bowl.
Yes.
And so people look at it. You don't even have to let the nugget hang around. It's just like, how the fuck did the skitties get there?
I think you want to leave the log on the front of the bowl.
It's
That's
an aggressive addendum.
That one.
Yeah.
There you go,
Excellent.
people. A top decker and a reverse Kanga.
Yeah, I have seen a couple of top decks in my game.
Sure you would have. I reckon Airbnbs would get them all the time.
Oh,
I found the biggest ones have been in like clubs and bars and stuff when old mate shat his pants, and I've been called out to a few times.
Yeah.
So what he's done is he's just stripped down and dumped it in the cistern.
Yeah.
He's just dropped
Yeah.
his boxes in the cistern and just went, I'm not dealing with that. And like,
Yeah, that's someone
get it.
else's problem.
that's
Yeah.
going to be Will's
Yeah.
problem, that
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Mate, you'd have to use a special calculator to come up with the bill for
Yes.
that particular
I
job.
just-
Very
yeah,
special.
Yeah, photographic evidence.
Yeah, that's right. There is-
Miscellaneous charges.
I do.
Check the photos.
I do have a formula for disgust. I apply it. I do. Yeah.
Excellent.
Born to watch only fans.
Oh, look out.
We actually got reached out by an independent filmmaker this week. He's asked us to look
I
at
like
his
art
film.
house. Yeah.
Look at his film and review it for him. So I'll be taking it up with the
Is
boys
it-
at a later date.
Was
So
it
thank you very
Steven
much.
Soderbergh?
No, it wasn't Steven Soderbergh.
Right.
But we'll probably talk about that in the next couple of weeks. But people, please, it's this time of the show. Push pause, push the share button, send Hard to Kill to someone you don't like. And they'll enjoy it. They'll enjoy hearing us talk about top deckers and reverse kangas and also Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
So people, leave us a review, 5 stars, Apple, Spotify, you know the deal. We're making 2026 the year. The good, the bad, and the ugly. We're going to start with the worky. The good.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Oh, very little. The good.
This is the shortest good that I've got ever.
Yeah. Okay. Because I knew Dan was going to be on. Saturday night, I went out to a gig and I saw Gillian Welch and Dave Rawlins. You ever heard of Gillian Welch?
No.
Have you ever heard of Gillian Welch?
No, it doesn't ring a
Hey.
bell.
Give it a spin. Anyway, plenty of bolo ties at that gig, mate.
Oh, sounds like it's up my alley. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd love it. You'd actually like Gillian Welch. But anyway, the guy's bolo tie that gets taken out early on in the film, it's a pretty nice one. I don't know. It's a quick scene. You see it there. That's literally the only thing good in this entire movie.
You love a bolo tie as well.
do. Yeah.
You're a big bolo tie.
It takes,
guy.
it takes a certain kind of confidence to put one on.
Yeah.
And it takes even more confidence to walk out the door with it.
Some
So-
might say overconfidence.
No,
No,
well, yeah. I mean, that's,
no.
matter of opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it, just the bolo tie?
Bolo tie. That's
Okay.
it.
Dan, what do you got for good?
I'm with you on the bolo tie, but the only good really was the arm snapping for me. That was still the same. The good shock value. Like I loved it in 1990 and I loved it again on the revisit. It was awesome. The arms looked ridiculous the way they were bent at that angle, and none of the dimensions made any sense whatsoever, but it was still awesome.
Yeah, I've got bone breaking, and I did this. I literally did this when he broke the bone. Because you're just waiting for it, because there wasn't a lot of bone breaking in Nico.
Yeah.
No.
This is when the bone breaking starts, and I think the next one, Out for Justice,
Yeah.
is where he goes next level with bone breaking.
There was one scene that I laughed because it was pure comedy.
Yep.
Like it just got me so good. And all it was he's in his mansion, right? And it's moments before the sex scene.
Oh, let's get out.
Yeah. But his CCTV camera or whatever is pointed on him in the room. Get that camera for a second. Just point it up at me because
I'm not pointing at anything.
okay, right. There's just this shot of him in the room by himself, and he's just going.
Yeah, that's his move.
Just no explanation.
Yeah.
Just that. And I laughed.
It's his move. It's his chop. It's his chopper.
It's just by himself.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite in an action film.
One of the things that make me laugh out loud is when he throws the steak and hits Napoleon in the face on the bike. Is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Pedro in that scene, if you watch him, he has to get on his bike and piss off out of there because he's about to crack up because that smacked him.
It is so funny.
It smacked old mate so hard in the face right next to him. He had to just get out of shot because he was like laughing his head off.
Freaking
But,
hilarious. It's freaking hilarious.
Anyway, that one.
Yeah,
That was good.
The Hassan chop.
Yeah.
Look, the premise. I don't mind the premise for the movie. Corruption, shot, coma, comes back, revenge. I think the premise is good. It can work. It has worked in the past, probably 100 times. But that's about it. The premise.
Yeah.
I actually look forward to Seagal's sex scenes, and because the sex scene with his wife is so bad. Like he grabs her ass. Everything is like nowadays they have intimacy coordinators that are making sure, are you comfortable with this? Are you comfortable with this? We're going to do this. Okay, you can only finger, but you can only be at the top of the bush. All this kind of stuff. Seagal made his own rules, and he goes straight for the ass crack, right? Then he gets the cans out, and
aggressive cans. Aggressive.
He is squeezing those cans. You're right, Morgs, like a 15-year-old.
Like a 14-year-old boy who doesn't,
15-year-old
boy who doesn't know anything about it and thinks that you just get him
that he's ever touched.
Yeah.
And And so I actually really look forward to them because I know they are horrendously bad. And I think they are the funniest part of the movie. Again, there's a slight bit of newspaper exposition, which I like in a movie. But I'm also going to talk about the newspapers a bit later on. And the fight at the end, he smashes the guy in the head with the pool cue, snaps it, and stabs the guy in the throat with the snap cue. I was like, like it's shit like that that you don't see very often, which is like uber violent.
Yeah.
And that makes me, I feel good.
Yeah.
And it's almost, I'm glad I made it through 94 minutes.
Yes.
To see that. And just having the pool cue sticking out of his neck on the ground is just, and he falls back on his legs in a bad position that he's got to lie there. He's got to lie there for about 5 minutes in this horrific position.
You know that he's dislocated his knees in the process. Like, just added to it.
Okay, this could go for as long as the movie itself. The bad, Dan, what do you got?
I'll keep it short, just because, I was underwhelmed on the revisit. I think what it comes down to is what you just said, Whitey. If he had the movie has some awesome bits in it. If he had any sort of self-deprecation about him, or self-awareness, or humor, or was any way in on the joke with us, it could have been a rollicking action ride. But it was just painful the way through. But by far, the biggest bad for me was Kelly LeBrock. I just found her, I think Will said it earlier, I just think she didn't want to be there. And she was just awful. She may be the worst actress I've ever seen on film. She was horrendous. Her character, her motivations, her tonal shifts between we're going to die to like now it's time for a laugh ending. It's just the shit coming out of her mouth. And I know a lot of that's the script, but she was just very hard to watch. And she's a very, very attractive lady. And I wanted her to die because she was so fucking awful.
There's a scene when she goes to see Martha or whatever, and she's for some reason she's bawling her eyes out. And she goes to a friend's house and she's bawling even before she finds out that she's dead. And I'm like, why is she crying now? Like,
there's some weird editing
it's
issues.
Just it's weird. You got anything more, Dan?
The fact that I've got look, this is let me read out. These are the notes I made. Opening scene, smoke machine, very weird. Kid actor is a cunt. I had a vest like that working at Manly Leagues, and it was terrible then. Sex scenes almost cruise-like, unwatchable, with aggressive cam grabbing. I've written cat toxic shock mutt. I think that I was a little disgusted by a cat being in a hospital and what it could do. Yeah. Checking out his big cock. Oh my fucking God. Like that was just, again, like you could just tell that he didn't do that from a point of humor. He did that from a point, let's make me just look a bit more.
No,
awesome,
but so I'm going to stop you there, Dan, because I've got that in ugly.
Yeah.
Please wake up.
Oh,
You've got
God.
so much to live for. And this is what I've got, Dan. It's the creepiest, most lick out line of all time.
That's it.
He's
horrible.
gone.
Yeah.
I want you to look under the sheet, and it's like I've got Dirk Diggler's dick.
Unbelievable.
It's just incredible.
Yeah, I had it written in a maybe slightly more diplomatic way of saying it, which was inappropriate nurse-patient dynamics.
Yes, okay, I like that.
Excellent.
Yeah, she's getting fired.
Oh, it's
she's getting fired.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, do we touch on his running? I've got heel running full retard is what I've written here. Yeah. I know we're not allowed to use that term anymore, but it seemed appropriate.
Seems appropriate.
Lots of other things that we've talked about, but the last point was that he's known his wife's dead for effectively 5 days because he's been in a coma for 7. That's probably not long enough to root Kelly LeBrock.
Yeah, you would think so.
Not surprised in the slightest.
Not surprised, no. Not surprised.
Oh, I forgot to lock the door laugh ending after all the shit went
Unbelievable
down.
laugh ending.
Yeah.
Unbelievable
Yeah.
laugh ending.
Whoever's idea in that post-production point where they're clearing out of the most traumatizing
My God, exactly.
scene,
Hey,
Fleeing for
done
their
in a
lives.
Sound boost,
Yeah.
that line.
and in post,
Yeah.
someone's gone, I feel like we just need a little bit of comedic
Yeah.
relief.
And the funny thing is that because apparently no one in this movie locks their fucking doors. His doors are open at his house when he gets shot. The doors are open in the fucking dojo. Everything's open.
How does the most angry, vigilant, on-edge human being walking the earth not hear 8 people coming down the country road in those cars?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
And on that montage scene as well, every part of that montage scene is him starting at like, I'm really shit at meditating. I'm going to put the moxie stuff in me and the bloody thing. I'm better at meditating now and I'm disciplined. I'm really bad at punching the thing, and then I'm better at it.
Then he knocks it out of the ground.
That's right. Runs, shit runner at the start.
Yep.
Equally shit runner at the end of the montage. Doesn't get any better.
But he runs to the top of the hill, though.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's still bad
And he's
at
just
it.
sitting there surveying the landscape.
Yeah. Just reflecting on how
It's
angry he
horrendous.
is.
It's horrendous. Anything
A
else?
lot of
you got?
bads. A lot of
Oh,
bads.
man. Nah. Yeah, I do, but nah. That's
All right.
fine.
Not okay. For 96-minute
Yeah,
movie,
but one more.
this drags.
Whispering.
Oh, he loves
Just
to
speak
whisper.
up.
No, he loves to
Yeah.
whisper. I think he thinks it's like sultry or something. Like he's got attitude.
No, it's just no. No,
Will,
it's just no.
Will, what do you
It
got
does,
for-
no,
do you
what
got
he
for bad?
thinks it is,
Is that
it's
all you got
like
for bad, Will?
I'm even though there's madness all around me, I'm still calm.
You're
because
zen.
I'm
I'm zen. I'm
Yeah,
full
I'm
zen.
zen.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a dick.
stupid.
Okay, for a 96-minute movie, it drags.
So slow. So slow.
There's just not enough action in 96 minutes. He spends.
The middle third is just torturous. It is so
It is.
slow.
It is so slow. Now I don't know. This just made me laugh when they shoot Mason and his wife, and they go to put the drugs in the nightstand to frame him. There's nothing in the top drawer of the nightstand. It's an empty drawer.
Excellent.
Right, it's an empty drawer. So they live in this house. I don't know, but my nightstand, the top drawer is chock a fucking block of shit. They've got nothing in there, so I'll just throw the drugs in there. He just happens to be alive once everyone leaves the hospital. Are you a policeman? Because we got a live cop in here.
It was just back to the GAC. It was an interesting amount of coke to place in his room. It wasn't a trafficable amount,
No.
so it was just for perso, and it was a fair bit of perso. Like you'd hope that he was getting the boys around to get up. Yeah, it was a substantial amount of perso. But
Yeah, it was. I run a trade business. I'm throwing a Christmas party in there.
that's exactly what it was. It was
on a boat cruise.
it was a boat cruise
It's a
at
boat cruise
Christmas.
amount of gack.
Yeah, that's right.
Which-
yeah.
But who fucking cares? I mean, is that meant to taint his whole career? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Especially back in the 80s, it seemed an unsubstantial amount to me.
So he's been in a coma for 7 years, and the hospital is under strict instructions to not notify anyone but O'Malley.
I forgot this bit.
Do not notify anyone but O'Malley. And then old Dean Norris answers the phone, and she goes, "Is O'Malley there?" "No, sorry, he's not here at the moment. What do you need?" "Well,
Wow.
Mason Storm has
Well, I've
woken
got
up from
you.
his coma, and I've been told to only contact O'Malley." Like, it is so fucking stupid.
Oh, he's not here, but you can tell me. Oh, right.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh,
And so now
amazing.
apparently, so at the start, it's like IA versus homicide because no one loves internal affairs and O'Malley's the only honest cop. And then by the time he wakes up, all of internal affairs is crooked.
Yes.
All of it. So like no one is safe.
The rot has.
Yeah,
set
the
in.
rot has set right in.
And we're still unsure what rot is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Andy just happens to be house sitting an Asian-inspired ranch with its own dojo.
Fantastic.
Right? And I laughed my head off like paper walls, right? Yeah, there's nothing like having a assault of a house with paper walls.
Yeah.
Right? So, fuck me, Dad. This bit made me laugh out loud. Mason's looking through his old news clippings of his death, and there is a picture of the murder scene with him lying on his wife on the front page of the paper.
Yeah.
He's lying on his wife dead, and he's on the front page of the paper. That photo.
Oh, wow.
The bandana. There is no need for the bandana. And you've already mentioned the worst training montage in all of cinema.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about, or I confess to trying out a few styles throughout my life, and I tried to make a bandana work, and it's just no. There's
It's impossible, bud.
impossible.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck me. Thanks, Cheadle. Thanks, Buck Swope. How fucking swopey. Okay. Look, ugly. All those bads could be ugly. I've got Kelly LeBrock as just tragic.
She's deplorable.
Tragic.
Some of her reactions are legitimately a second late
It's
in the dialogue.
Yeah.
Like there's
Morgs,
she's glazed over.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, that's right, the line. I better say it.
Morgs, I'm with you. This could be the worst acting performance in 203 episodes of Born to Watch.
I would be very hard pushed to find like a main character that is just this
And that's right. Now we could laugh at we could laugh at OK USA from Bloodsport and stuff.
Bloodsport, of course.
They don't count. They don't count. This girl, she's
Little Frank Dukes. We do laugh at Little Frank Dukes as
Oh well, no. Well, he doesn't count either. He doesn't count because he is the worst, right? The worst. But she's second billed in this movie,
dude.
And she is
awful.
A tragedy.
Yeah.
And more, again, you nailed it. She is actually really charming and really sweet in Weird Science and really
Very
watchable.
watchable.
She was almost the best part of that movie, apart from Gary's taking a shit. And
that's still funny.
It's the best line. And that could be the best line we've done on Born to Watch under the circumstances with two girls knocking on a toilet door. Can't come in, why can't we come in? Gary's taking a shit. It's just one of the best. But this performance from a lead actor in a movie is abominable.
Yeah.
We don't like Jennifer Jason Leigh in Backdraft, but even I can see that she was at least consistent in what she was trying to give us. But no, sorry, Will. What were you saying, mate?
There was a couple of lines there where I'm just like, what?
Yeah,
he's going. There's this one where she's on. People are dead, and there's just this blank there's no emotion attached to her.
It was just a tragic performance. It's
again.
Sad.
That back to the 14-year-old boy, we wouldn't have cared at the time. We're like,
you're not looking for that.
He gets all the chicks. No.
Yeah. Anyone else for ugly?
I found it funny and bad and ugly that early on in the film, after the convenience store bash up, and then his cop mate goes, "They'll have to give you an Oscar for that this time."
What? What? But hang on a minute. What was the obsession with the Oscars?
I reckon
I couldn't
Steven
understand
Seagal
it.
starred in one movie and he's ropeable. He hasn't won an Oscar yet. And he's told everyone on set.
Quite possibly.
Told everyone
because
they've written it in going, they got to give him one for now. That
it's
was
quite
a
it's quite a thread at the start of the movie.
Yeah.
How come you don't have the Oscars on? Everything's about the Oscars. Now, just so we're under, the 1983 Oscars, Gandhi won Best Picture.
Right.
Right.
Ben Kingsley.
Other movies nominated, La Traviata. Oh, hang on a minute. No, I'm looking at something else. Hang on. I want to find Best Picture. because I want to see what. Here we go. Gandhi did win Best Picture, but others nominated in '83: Missing, Tootsie with Dustin Hoffman, E.T., and The Verdict. And so that's what you're missing out on in 1983's Oscars. It's not a highlight.
I think I just worked something out. I think the Oscars were on the night that he died in real life. Like the date, the Oscars, the 1983 Oscars were on that night.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
It's shocking. I just never got the Oscar thread. Why do we keep talking about this? It was weird.
I'm just reading it now. I'm just trying to. No, I don't know. I thought I read somewhere that if you like backdated the footage and everything, that he dies on Oscars night, and that would make sense. And were more people into the Oscars back then?
I don't know. It just seems an unnecessary thread.
It does seem weird.
Like the first 10 minutes is consumed by the Oscars.
Yeah.
Why aren't you watching the Oscars? Oh, who's going to win the Oscars? And in the Oscars, I'm like, fuck me.
I 100% don't doubt for a second that he thought he was worthy of one.
He's not. Are we done? I've
got one left field ugly, and it more saddened me than anything. So Dean Norris, you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
One of my favorite character actors, Dean Norris. Will, I don't know if you're a Breaking Bad guy, but Hank Schrader, one of my favorite characters in Breaking Bad's a top 10 TV series of all time, and Dean Norris was outstanding playing the Walter's brother-in-law, who is the one who finally realizes that he's the bad guy, and he is outstanding in it. And it's a subtle performance, and everything's great about it. All I can picture now of Dean Norris is him coming into the house with a machine gun and firing it, and you'll have to watch on YouTube, people, but like this. like a 4-year-old would picture firing a gun. He looks like oh my God, it's ridiculous.
He also gets dispatched very quickly.
Yes,
Mason kicks the door open and he gets shot within about 1/8 of a second.
Oh yeah,
about 7 times in the chest.
He wasn't high on the call sheet.
I know we covered some bad action movies, but I think Hard to Kill have the worst henchman
shots.
Oh yeah.
But the thing that made me laugh is when they're escaping out of the house, there's the half wall, and they're crouched down behind the half wall, and they're shooting above the wall. Yeah. Just shoot the fucking half wall.
Yeah, it's stupid.
You're going to shoot them.
Yeah, you're going to get them.
Anyway.
I have a theory about henchmen, and it came to me whilst revisiting this film, is that they're not actually cast. They're just mates of the producer. Because some of the heads on those henchmen, I don't know if you saw, do you see the guy with the massive cab doors?
Yeah.
On him? Like, honestly, no casting director is selecting this dude. He's literally Bob the producer's mate. He's like, what are you doing tomorrow? You want to come down and
pretty fun.
doing this?
The pay
it'd be awesome. Yeah. They can't seriously be cast. Like, it's got to be mates.
They can't. All right, gents, well done. Quick fire, Daniel.
Yes, stand by, gentlemen.
This will be interesting.
Yes. Quick fire once again, F-Wits. We'll get through this nice and quick. But first up, Lookalikes / Morgs like Will the Worky. Was there anyone in this film that you thought, my God, he looks a little bit like someone I know?
No, none. Sorry. I mean, I do vaguely remember the boys telling me that you used to rock a bit of a ponytail at one stage.
I have again. We've talked about me trying on many styles in about 93.
Yeah,
I definitely.
Well, I did think of you when I saw the ponytail. I thought, he probably did this.
I did give it a go.
Just as ridiculous.
I did, and I had to use as much grease as Steven Seagal did to actually get enough to bunch it out.
Wasn't it?
So
it was a wet head.
Beyond the do, I think I'm a bit long and gangly like Steven Seagal, and I think that around that time, no muscle definition. There was no way I would have any means to be an action star. unlike Steven Seagal. Like we both shouldn't be put in that position, and yet he was, and quite successful at it. So yes, I do see a lot of the shit parts of Steven Seagal that could be considered a lookalike to me.
I reckon Damme could be the politician.
Damme does
absolutely.
look a little bit like
absolutely.
like William Sadler. He does.
Yeah. Agreed.
What about the henchman, the sort of the Tongan Samoan sort of looking henchman?
Yeah,
he had a bit of a minute. That guy in the 90s, he was in a lot of stuff.
He was very well cast as a henchman. I guess the highest paid henchman in a lot of flicks, not just the producer's mate. So I agree.
Legit, I wouldn't be surprised if he was a Hopper Whitey. Like he looks. He looks a bit.
He does look a bit. I don't think he sticks fingers in bums though.
Oh well, he's a henchman. You don't know.
You never know.
Back in the 90s.
Get the info out of people.
Excellent. I'll accept that. Let's move on. 5-minute movie. What could one of the characters have done to make this a really fast movie, Whitey?
Shoot him in the head.
Yeah. As Will said, I think that it is actually a 5-minute movie. The cunt died in the fucking in that scene. Yeah, no way. No way. Yeah. Excellent. Golden ticket for anything from this fantastic movie that has passed over into popular culture. Will, is there anything as a 5-year-old you remember taking out the backyard to the old boy whilst he was doing his nunchucker training and dropping a zinger on him from Hard to Kill?
I actually do remember me dad with one of those poles just punching it. Slapping the pole with the ropes. And, he really likes the goal, eh? Yeah.
We all did. Yeah.
He was a legend.
Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah. Excellent. No, I totally agree. Don't think a lot has passed over. I certainly don't remember dropping any. I mean, I think a lot of people like the blood bank line. You can take that to the bank. The blood bank. I think. Yeah, I get a feeling that may be a little bit more prevalent, but certainly not in our gang of mates.
No.
Excellent. Next up, Pigface Lickouts for the biggest douchebag character, a la Johnny's mate from The Karate Kid. Whitey, oh my God.
It's really difficult, and I've sort of written here all the henchmen, but I'm going to focus on one. There's the copper in the hospital after Mason Storm dies, and he's like, oh, well, the greatest cop, he's now just a drug peddler or whatever. He's like, he's been dead for 30 seconds. He's already fucking pissing on him.
Already trying to climb over
him.
He's
already pissing on him.
They weren't elite level disinformation spreaders. It certainly wasn't a masterclass in character assassinations. So that were just douchebags. So well played. Now this, always like it when worlds collide. Steven Seagal running for the worst case of athletic prowess in a movie. Hard to go past Steven Seagal running and everything that isn't in the ridiculous training montage, Will.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I would think the only thing that matches Steven Seagal running is henchman shooting. Like
it's
both Kelly LeBrock acting. Yeah.
No, look, we can't go past Seagal running. It's just it. Yeah. There's no discussion.
Yeah. But is Steven Seagal not seeing himself on the dailies? Because again, we come back to his lack of self-awareness when they include a line about his son being a
so
track
fast.
star and so fast running 11. He's chip off the old block. Like, what do you mean? His old man is fully retarded. Like, it's ridiculous watching him on film.
That line was the closest thing to had me thinking that maybe he's playing 3D chess on all of it.
No, he's
possibly.
No, I'm sorry, he is not.
But it had me thinking for a second.
He is not.
It's just because you can't line up something that is so obviously terrible, which is his running, and then drop a line in there and insinuate that within my DNA is the ability to cover distance fast.
No.
With technique.
And you all will be aware of that because you've seen it in the training montage. No, Stephen, we're not aware. I think a close second was the rope around the 2x4 out in the backyard. as a pugilist myself, whatever he was doing to that board was not training him for any sort of martial art. It was pathetic. Excellent. Well done. Robot Sentries for an additional scene or scenes you wanted to see. You know what? The only thing I would bring up is I wouldn't have minded to know what all the bad cops were doing that was so bad.
Good point.
I don't know. It might have helped the movie if I knew why everyone was so bad. But yeah, who cares?
I think it definitely would have helped the movie, but it probably only needed like 90 seconds or 2 minutes of exposition.
That's all. I didn't need
that's
much.
all you
Just
need.
a couple extra scenes. Yeah.
I just don't know what.
Excellent. Couldn't agree with me more. Finally, Whitey's Brad Pitt for what you would have wanted to do to Mason Storm's first wife, Whitey.
Look, she's very pretty. But you got to go Kelly LeBrock.
Oh yeah, she's a good-looking girl.
I don't know. She's so dumb in this and such
first
a poor
wife
actress.
The first wife was a bit of a horny minx, though. She's sort of hard.
I kind of dug it a bit salty. It was my go, you know. I just it was pretty good.
They're both salty, mate.
Excellent, thank you, gentlemen.
You want Felicia? Morgs is all over.
The first wife. I'm a first wife guy, and that was quick fire. Thank you.
Look, I'd take either of them. Beggars can't be choosers.
I just got Jay from In Betweeners vibes. Then I'd take either of them and toe fuck them. And
I was fingering this one. I was toe fucking another one. One of the greatest scenes in television. Listen to this. We sorely will miss the Snorbs report this week, but we're going to slide in to listen to this. Anyone got anything? Any behind the scenes goss?
I have nothing. It didn't occur to me to think that there was any substance to the filming of this movie. What did you find?
Will, you got something?
Yeah, I found one. I found one little funny bit of information. Believe it or not, Steven Seagal and the director had a fight on the just a very robust discussion around the scene where they're fighting in the mansion right next to the fireplace. They did shoot a scene where Steven Seagal basically burns him alive inside the fireplace and holds him in there for a long time. And everyone went, that was a little, I think that's actually taking it a little far. We're going to have to reshoot that. Steven gets irate as anything, has a big hissy fit, storms offset, right? Then one of the other actors comes up with the idea that he's going to go to shoot him instead in the balls and misses and comes up with a line, "I never miss." There must be insinuating the guy's got a small dick and balls.
Yeah.
And then he takes that to Steven on his caravan door. He's like, I've got a great idea, Steven. He runs that by him, and Steven's like, all right, I'll be back in 5 minutes. That's a really good idea, right? And then won him back over, and they managed to finish that scene. And it's just so stupid.
Yeah. Well, I think that's very good, but I think we understand Kelly LeBrock is not ideal in this movie. She hated the movie and called it hard to watch or hard to believe. And she was both. So it was filmed and publicized in several trade magazines with the title 7 Year Storm.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
I don't mind it. 7 years. Warner decided to retitle the finished movie as Hard to Kill, as it sounded more like a slam bam action film.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think Hard to Kill's better, but 7 Year Storm, not bad.
Yeah. So listen to this one. Warner Brothers demanded the movie be heavily cut and re-edited down to 90 minutes in order to make it more straightforward. So again, we probably do find out in the director's cut why Vernon Trent is bad, but it gets cut down.
Yeah.
So that it's more straightforward, fast-paced, and have more theatrical screenings. Some scenes were cut while others, including parts of the plot, were deleted, which is why the movie suffers from bad editing. This happens all the time. All the time. Some of the scenes which were deleted during the re-editing include an original opening scene between Storm and his wife and son, Trent's men interrogating and killing Andy's black nurse friend, A scene where Storm's son, Sonny, is kidnapped by Trent's men but manages to escape.
Oh, wow.
O'Malley's funeral. We don't even know what happens to O'Malley.
No.
Right? We don't know if he dies. And more dialogue between characters in many scenes. Reportedly, an alternate ending was also filmed where Storm kills Trent and says, "Take that to the bank." Right? And Storm is shown in the trailer saying that line. So, yeah, heaps of editing, heaps of cuts. Hence, we get another piece of rubbish.
Yeah. It must be so frustrating.
It must be hard. Okay, quotables. Anyone got anything?
I got one. So
Go
this is a great example of an overwritten speech that should be the skill of the actor showing us that he's having these emotions, but not in a Steven Seagal flick. You have to say everything that you're feeling. So let me go. As Mason Storm, how do you like this, Vernon? I'd like to kill you so bad I can barely contain myself. But I've been thinking, death is far too mercurial a fate for you. So what I'm going to do is put you in prison. A nice petite white boy like you in a federal penitentiary. Let me just put it this way. I don't think you'll be able to remain anal retentive for very long.
So bad.
What
It's
the
so
fuck?
bad.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
What about, "This is for my wife, fuck you and die"?
Yeah.
It's just
That-
that's he snaps
we
the guy
wanna-
on the neck.
We want to see that. We want to see that in your face, Stephen. That's the whole idea. It's a visual medium. You don't need to tell us everything that's in your brain. Yeah.
He showed that in his face when he was putting the tape in the head unit.
Yeah.
Because he was so angry.
They're like, "I'm going to take you to the bank, Senator Trent. The blood bank."
The blood bank.
It's just unbelievable.
See, if there was a bit of a side wink to the camera, or if Arnie delivered that and you'd know he was laughing while he was saying it, we'd love it. But he is dead set in with this, and that makes it so much worse.
Yeah, it's terrible. Well done, people. 1 degree of Kurt Russell, Seagal, executive decision.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that is really that when Seagal dies in like the first 5 mints, an executive decision, which was
That's his best
a
performance.
bold choice. Yeah, best performance ever.
Best performance. It's got our Kurt in it. Film school for F-wits. Daniel, take it away.
Just gonna have a quick cough. All right, film school for F-wits, people. Good to be back. Look, this week took a bit of a parallel route on this one, and I wanted to maybe pause with Hard to Kill for a second. Instead, talk about a film that Whitey and I discuss often, and a scene that has always intrigued us. So, F-wits, the golf scene in Lost in Translation. It's filmed at the Kawakachiko Country Club. I think I'm saying that right, Kawakachiko. And for me, it's always felt strange. And Whitey and I, we're often discussing the film. We're often discussing this scene, because it deliberately juxtaposes a serene, artistic vision of Japan against a surreal, isolated and somewhat unnatural atmosphere. And the scene I think, and Whitey, you probably agree, it's designed to reflect the protagonist's feelings of detachment, loneliness, and confusion in a follower environment. And I wanted to break it down. It's always struck me as a little weird, but no, I'm not going to get into Lost in Translation. F-wits, I really want to take a look at who are the biggest douchebags in Hollywood, other than Steven Seagal. And I thought I'd go through a bit of a rogues gallery of the biggest fuckwits. So it's a pretty long list. So I'll just go through my favorites. But some I reckon you'd know, some you probably have heard on the grapevine. But I did give a few of my old colleagues a call in the biz just to triple check that this was all legit. And there wasn't anyone really that they thought we weren't on the money with. But first one, Katherine Heigl. So mainstay in Grey's Anatomy. Excellent. I thought quite good in Grey's Anatomy. I gave up after about season 2, and I believe it's up to about season 40 now. Yeah. But she got the starring role in Knocked Up with the Judd Apatow bit. And then It made $200 million. It was a great success. I thought pretty funny. It didn't
Funny.
have the lag that a lot of the Apatow movies have. I think it was pretty strong right through to the end. I think there's a lot of good pieces with his mates in there in the share house, which are just fucking funny. But anyway, she went in a Vanity Fair piece and just talked shit about the movie she'd just been in, which was kind of not what they were looking for, and hence she hasn't really worked again in such a capacity. And so it really was the fact that she was also annoying the fuck out of her co-workers on Grey's Anatomy, and no one really knew, and she just slowly outed herself as a big douchebag. So yeah, Katherine Heigl, definitely a fuckwit. I didn't know this one.
Okay, hang on a sec. Just before 1 Degree of Steven Seagal, Under Siege 2, Katherine Heigl.
Oh, there you go.
Good.
Great pickup.
Deep cut, mate. Well done.
Chris Pratt, apparently a bit of a fuckwit. Yeah. Was quite liked on Parks and Recreation, but when he did the Morgue Slim Down and became a movie star and divorced the absolutely divine Anna Faris, became a bit of a fuckwit. And he was a once lovable goofball, bit of a fat guy, if you like, became Skinny Morgs, suddenly a fuckwit. Yeah, I can see parallels there.
If the shoe fits.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's
Amber
married to
Heard.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter. Yeah.
He is. Yeah, he's a Kennedy half Kennedy marrier. So yeah, he's look, I've always found him very likable. Apparently a dickhead. Amber Heard, I don't think there's you wouldn't have to dig too deeply to discover that she was quite the cunt. So we don't have to spend too much time on her.
Anyone that shits in a bed is out.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, let's not get into the gross waste of taxpayers' money in that stupid court case.
Crazy.
Oh my God.
The two dogs.
Crazy.
Oh, Barnaby Joyce, the angry tomato. But their apology to him is
sucked into that one.
That was crazy.
it was their apology, and the smirks on their face was worth every cent of that one. But yes, completely agree. Not a fine moment for Australia. Another one, Jaden Smith. Apparently, the Nepo baby to end all Nepo babies. Couldn't reach the enormous heights of the old boy, and to a lesser extent, the old duck. But even when he did After Earth, which was completely ridiculously, and he won the Razzie for Worst Actor, he's a cooker as well, and posts bizarre conspiracy theories, and that called for kids to drop out of school like him and basically live his life without the backstop of the hundreds of millions of dollars that maybe he had. Yeah. So yeah, Jaden Smith. Look, I'll speed him up, but Jai Courtney. Aussie Jai Courtney.
Oh, okay.
Apparently a bit of a fuckwit.
Okay.
More so that his performances, he had a bit of a moment, but his performance was pretty boring and unmemorable. But yeah, apparently also a dipshit. Jared Leto, known as a fuckwit.
Yeah,
I'd believe.
Yeah. Jason Biggs. Now, I have a connection to Jason Biggs. A good mate of mine actually struck up a bit of a friendship with Jason Biggs, and Jason Biggs became a bit of a Klingon, and he had to cut him off like a dag. But yeah, quite the douchebag, our Jason Biggs. Kevin James, douchebag.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Definitely Ashton Kutcher, a douchebag.
Yep, heard.
Russell Brand, John Travolta, Jamie Kennedy, douchebag.
Okay.
Gwyneth Paltrow, known also as a douchebag.
Well, anyone that does candles of a vagina smell.
Yeah. That's some pretty rank candles there, babe.
You don't need that.
Roseanne, douchebag. Amy Schumer and Rob Schneider, douchebags.
Okay.
Pauly Shore, a massive douchebag. And, of course, Steven Seagal, known as a particularly large douchebag. But the worst of all, according to my sources...
Hang on, can I have a guess? Go. Ryan Reynolds?
Ooh.
It's not him. And Blake Lively gets an honorary mention, and I have heard that Ryan Reynolds is a bit of a pretender and he's quite the cunt as well. But
okay, can I have another go?
You may. Go.
The Rock.
Oh, no, I haven't heard that, actually. That is news to me. He does look like he is putting it on a bit, and I could understand that. But my male is the number one fuckwit in all of Hollywood. Is that fat British cock that was on the talk show, James Corden?
James Corden.
Oh, yes. Good call.
Apparently just an horrific sycophant, licks out all the names on the show, but then he's particularly horrible to all of the staff on his show and anyone else that comes across him. Very punchable head, absolutely reviled by those in the biz. There we go. Steven Seagal number 2, of course. Chevy Chase is also known up there that everyone hates him. But yeah, some names in there that you probably didn't realize were aligned with Steven Seagal for fuckwittism.
Do you know what I've noticed there is there's a lot of comedians and comedy actors in that.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, because they're definitely when they're not on, they're pretty down. So yeah, I think there's
maybe
quite a
it's
bit to that.
because they want to be taken more seriously, or
Possibly.
And I don't know, but yeah, interesting that. Well done, Dan.
So I have also heard Adam Sandler, but I didn't put that in because it wasn't a strong rumor. But yeah, also apparently a bit of a douchebag, which really strikes me as not his public persona at all. So there you go. Anyway, F-wits, a little bit of levity. If you want me to go back, I can do the bit about the golf scene in Lost in Translation because I've also written up a nice spiel about that, but I will save that for another day.
Credits song, and we're doing something a little bit different this week. Obviously, our own sensei of our dojo, G-Man, is not here, but he did such a wonderful job on Nico Above the Law with Not Real Life, the Kick-Ass, which is one of the great ones, and the Houseman did an incredible job with that one. So we went, G-Man popped into the studio just yesterday and laid down a track for us to listen to today for Kick-Ass Credit Song. And I've got a video here, and we're just going to play the whole thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open the mics so that we can sort of have a chuckle along if you want to chuckle along, and we can get the sort of the vibe. I had a little bit of a laugh. This is the second time that I've heard
you
it.
You videoed it. Okay, this is.
We videoed it. We get to watch it. G-Man does some pretty good actions during the show. So if you are on YouTube, enjoy. If you are not, well, enjoy it as well. So this is Kick-Ass Credit Song. So it's the first time here on Born to Watch. We've got a remote Kick-Ass Credit Song from the G-Man. He's obviously extremely disappointed that he can't be with us on the Hard to Kill episode, but he is the president of the Sensei Steven Seagal fan club. And, of course, we had to go back to him after Not Real Life, which could be the greatest kick-ass song of all time. Gee.
Yeah, hard to watch. Hard to kill, hard to watch. I believe Kelly
Yes, we have spoken about that.
Yes. Anyway, I've written a bit of a song. I might need Hirschfelder's help here.
Oh, okay.
I've written a song. It's called Mason.
Like it?
Working title, Mason and the Mission to Take Senator Vernon Trent to the Bank. The Blood Bank.
One of the great quotes of the movie.
But this song, I've been a little bit, Damo got us last week with a bit of a ballad, and I quite liked it. A bit of a change up.
Yeah. Crooner.
So, a bit of a crooner. So I've put this song, Mason, to the tune of Taylor by Jack Johnson. Now, I might...
Okay.
I might need her to give me the backing music, sans vocals.
Okay, this will be interesting. Yeah.
So if we can get the backing music, I'll go. But do you want to hear it?
Oh, 100%. That's what you're here for, G.
Can you play the intro guitar for me?
Oh my god!
All right, here we go. I don't know if I'm going to get through this, and it's going to be off key. And
you know what? It couldn't be any worse than Damo's crooning last week because that was bad.
It's going to be up there. All right, Mason and the Mission to Take Senator Vernon Trent to the Bank, the Blood Bank. They say Mason was a tough cop till he got his ass shot, filming Trent and Quintero on Good Hard and his team. His son was only about 4, still jumped from the second floor and ran all the way to his best mate, O'Malley. Well, Mason's not quite dead yet. 5-minute movie if he's shot in the head. Now he sports a buff and a full goatee. It's a 7-year imposition, but now he's on a mission after he got rescued by Nurse Andy. Poor Mason. He just flops his arms around. He runs with his palms down. Very fucking silly. It's a vanity piece of fake life where he cast his new wife after he brushed Miyako Fujitani. Mason throws one cop straight through the hotel window. Now that they're closing in. Poor old Mason's got nothing because he's been in hiding. Somehow Vernon Trent knows just where he's been. The whole movie is a massive, massive wank. And you can take that to the bank. Even Kelly said it's a hard to watch movie. And it's hard to believe. Oh, Mason. Kick it, G. He just flopped his arm down. Runs with his palms down. It was very fucking silly. The art of bullshit-o. I rated it 1.0. He definitely was not my Shidoshi.
G-Man, the floppy hand run was a highlight. Mate,
That's how he runs.
I've got to say, look, the difficult thing is that we're going to get done for copyright if we play the Taylor fucking backing vocals to the music to that. But we'll figure something out.
Okay.
And it will be very interesting to see what Hirschfelder does with that.
Let's get him on the job.
We might have to give him the actual. This is based on the song Taylor, and just say, mate, same beats and the same rhythm.
We'll see
what he comes up with.
Anyway, that's my
G-Man for
soft version.
For a chapter 2 for your first croon. Well done. And it's not the same without you here live in the studio, but I'm sure Dan is pulling his weight, and I'm sure Will the Worky has got more notes than he did the last time.
Well, I think you'll enjoy this review because there's a lot to talk about.
There is a lot.
This is basically Steven Seagal making a movie about what he thinks his real life is like.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. Anyway, thank you, G.
Thank you all.
Back to you, team, in the studio. That's it for Kick-Ass credit song. Well, there we go.
Wow.
What do we think?
Wow.
I liked it. I could hear the backing track in my head the whole time.
Same.
So the house band has created a song, and they've done a pretty good job.
Yeah.
So stay tuned to the end of the episode to hear what the house band has done. Well done, G-Man. Now we move into a redundant category, star of the show. Will, what do you got?
Oh, man. I didn't actually even consider there was one this time. I'm
Taking a knee?
genuinely at a loss. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? You are, Matt.
Thank you. Thank you, Will. Thank you. Dan, what do you got? Star of the show.
I think if Steven Seagal had better management and better advice, he could have been amazing. But the fact that they couldn't get through his ego wall and just really take the edges off, because he is quite watchable. I don't think he's an horrific actor. He plays everything very understated, but he does have an essence of charisma. He's likable. He could have been really good, but he's just a vile fucktard. Like, it's just so hard to watch. You just know that he is exactly like what he comes across as a screen.
He's not playing
dipshit.
a character, eh?
No.
He's playing Steven Seagal.
No. I'm with Will. There's no one. I didn't like anyone in this film.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's no, you've mentioned it, Morgs, no self-deprecation. There's no tongue-in-cheek.
Self-awareness.
There's no self-awareness.
No.
You just get what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
I've got the end credits, my star of the show. I thought that was the best part of the movie. I enjoyed that immensely when I saw the black screen fade and the credits start to roll. Okay, the rank bank. Now, I am overruling here. It can only be one thing. It is blood banks.
Yeah.
Is the only thing it can be.
Yeah.
I tried to go through many different things. And I thought, you know what?
I like Gal's palms down running. That was also
but
very
we've used
funny,
floppy
but-
hand runs for Nico. So we're gonna go with blood banks because
love it.
Will, how many blood banks are you giving Hard to Kill?
2.2.
2.2.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Mm.
Not sure how I feel about that, but that's good. I forgot that you love doing your funny.
It It's his
You know.
signature move. Yeah.
It just, we live on a spectrum. Not everything it just comes in 0.5s.
I agree. I like the spectrum. Daniel, how many blood banks are you giving Nico above the law?
It sounds like I liked it even half as less as Will because I can't give this more than a 1. It was, and the 1 is for Morgs in 1990 because I know I liked it in 1990. So 14-year-old me thought that this was a good movie. 51-year-old me fucking hated every minute of those 95 minutes. It was fucking awful. 1.
Yeah. Okay. Morgs, you gave Nico above the law 0.5.
Okay. I think it's.
Do you think it's quite good as Nico above the law?
Oh, Nico was so shit too.
This is the thing, right? So
yeah.
I gave Nico above the law 1.75.
Yeah.
I'm giving Hard to Kill, which is supposed to be Seagal's best movie, which I doubt is. I'm giving it 1.5.
Yeah, right.
Right now, I had 1.75 down, but Kelly LeBrock is so bad.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That she needs to take. We need to take 0.25 off for her.
Yeah.
Performance 1.5. Now, wow, with a score of 1.57 blood banks, that leaves. I just need to do this little thing here. Sort 1.57 blood banks. Wow, it's not good. It is way down in 184th position.
Out of 201.
But out of those 201, there are 12 episodes that we don't rank.
Oh.
What? Because they are like streaming wars and discussion episodes, right? Now,
so it's right, okay.
I'll tell you where it is. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is the 5th worst movie we have ranked.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a bit of an honor.
Just
yeah. Let's pick. It'd have to be what those Netflix Star Wars ones. Surely they were the worst.
So it is just below. So above it is on 1.8 scissored pizza. Cobra.
Yep. Yeah, we hated that.
It is then, if you can name the 4 movies that are below this, I will be forever in your honor.
Let's have proper stakes. You can suck Will's dick.
That's not going to happen. But just below it, 1.5 dump rag berets. Can't buy me love.
Oh yeah, you hated that, didn't you? Yeah.
Hated its guts.
Yeah,
1.42 floppy hand runs.
Nico, yeah.
0.75 barbecued porgs for Star Wars The Last Jedi.
Oh yeah. I still haven't seen it. Yeah.
The bottom movie that we have reviewed, 0.25 slow-mo grain harvests for Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scar Giver, where I gave it 0.
Wow.
It's in proper company. That's where it should be. Where it is.
It's definitely where it should be. The fact that there are 2 Seagal movies in such close proximity sort of says that we're getting it right.
Yeah.
We're getting it right, and we usually do.
Yeah,
we usually do. We're pretty good at this.
Can we have an American Ninja somewhere this year, please? I feel like due to Coffee's very much heightened nostalgia in my mind, I need to test him in 2026.
Okay, I think we will. I think we're going to start to. I think I'd like to, not all the time, but maybe once every 8 weeks, is do a movie like this where it is something that we loved. That I question the validity of it in 2026.
Yeah, let's do it.
And I think American Ninja will slip into that. No Retreat, No Surrender. A lot of the movies Gow loves.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's basically
I'm only just now starting to work out that all the movies I watched as a kid are absolute shite.
Yeah, it sucks to realize like it.
Yeah.
It's the. I remember being excited to see Nick Go Above the Law when we watched it last year. I was like, oh, this is gonna be fucking great.
Yeah.
It was horrendous. Yeah,
was
like
bad.
yeah.
It was bad. And look, I think, and the beauty is that we know that we've still got Out for Justice.
Yeah.
We've still got Under Siege.
Under Siege, I'd watch.
And we've
I'm holding out.
No,
holding
I'm
out.
with you. I'm with you,
Siege
Will. I'm
that
with you.
Maybe that might be okay.
Under Siege is good. Under Siege is, don't get me wrong, Under Siege is a good movie.
Yeah.
Uh,
And you did say that you saw it.
I saw it like
relatively
a year
recently.
ago.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah, I've seen it semi-recently. It was a good movie. It's fun.
Okay.
It's Casey Ryback is his name.
Yeah, he's always got good names.
He's got good names.
Yeah.
He does have a good name. Gentlemen, thank you for doing another.
Is it fair to say that this episode is longer than Hard to Kill?
Definitely longer, 20 minutes longer than Hard to Kill.
Excellent.
The movie falls into our short, sharp, and shithouse category. And this episode does not.
No.
As we are getting almost towards 2 hours. It's been fun. Will, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Morgs, thanks for joining us.
Good to be back. Great. You two are definitely my A team. You can call me in anytime. Those other cunts, they can fuck off.
Thank you, Daniel. Next week, people, for your homework, we are. Well, this is one that I'm not sure whether Dan will be excited to miss. He will on one hand, but on the other, it's a bit different. It's a superhero movie.
Okay.
It's a modern one. It's Hugh Jackman, Logan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So which is
so you licked that out, and I haven't finished it. I tried to watch it because it got such good reviews, but I don't think I ever finished it. So,
I'm interested to see what the cryometer rates.
Yeah, it's a good movie. He does Hugh Jackman does well. It's a good end to that arc. Obviously before the ridiculous Deadpools and maybe Avengers Doomsday.
Ooh,
maybe. But anyway, so do your homework. It's Logan. Stay tuned. Share to your friends. Share to your enemies. Give us a 5-star review, and we will see you back on the line next week for Hugh Jackman's Logan. Bye for now.
Ta-ta.
Sayonara.